Things don't have to be perfectly aligned, you just have to start. Today is the 30th of December 2018, and I thought I'd make a little video about 18 things I learned in 2018. I made a little list on my notes on my phone. So one, I learned that the world doesn't owe you anything. Even if you've worked extremely hard at something, it doesn't mean that you're necessarily going to be successful or that you're going to see the fruits of that labor. You know, if you work hard at something, you're more likely to achieve that thing. But the world, as I said, doesn't owe you anything. 2, people treat you how you treat yourself. If you have respect for yourself and you love yourself, then other people will see that you see yourself that way, in a sense, and they'll be like, oh damn, she has confidence. It must mean she's valuable and she's a valuable person, so I'm going to probably treat her like that. Whereas if you're like, yeah, I don't know, and you kind of don't know what you want, and then people are going to treat you the same way because they're going to be like, oh wow, she doesn't have respect for herself. Like, that means I can just kind of treat her how I want, basically. 3, that the people you surround yourself with is so important. They say you're the sum total of the 5 people you surround yourself with. Surrounding yourself with like-minded people, people you want to be like, is so important. That consistency is everything. So the things I've achieved throughout my life are the sum total of a compounded interest of daily tiny little rituals and habits over a long period of time. You know, we live in a day and age when everyone wants a quick fix, and I want to lose weight in like 2 weeks, or I want to master a skill in a month. It doesn't work that way. It takes a lot of time, especially if it's a useful, practical skill that you need a lot of time and effort put into it for it to last you a long time. If you want long-lasting change, it's all about the tiny little daily habits you do. That's why I don't really like this whole idea of goals and my goals and dreams and all that. Yes, it's good. It's important to have goals and to have a big picture in mind of what you want. But what people tend to forget is that they don't realize the process that it takes to get there and the tiny little daily habits it takes to get there. Number 5, that having a routine keeps me sane, which is really true. So I've kind of gone through a stage where I haven't really been strict with my routine, but when I do have a routine, things I do every day, and a set schedule and a time limit and a time frame for everything, that kind of assures you're going to do it. Exercise is my therapy and makes things a little brighter. So I find working out is a very underrated antidepressant, and I feel like everyone should have some sort of exercise routine, especially it should be something you enjoy so you can be consistent over time at it. I enjoy weightlifting, so that's my kind of therapy, my thing I do every day. It's important to get a little sweat on. Even if you don't have a gym membership or whatever, there's always things you can do at home. Like, there are a billion YouTube videos on like home workout videos. That there's no point in regretting anything. It's a waste of energy.
That's my credo. No regrets.
So I don't think I need to go into too much detail on that. I think if you spend your time regretting something you did do or didn't do, literally what's the point? 8, that you feel what you focus on. So focus on the right things and on what you want, not what you don't want. I first heard this from Tony Robbins. He explains the importance on focusing on what you want. If you're constantly worrying about what you don't want to happen, how do you expect what you want to happen, if that makes sense? Like, you need to think about the things that are important to you and your priorities, and you need to constantly think about that and be practicing that, and there's more of those things will come to you, and being grateful for those things that you've achieved and how far you've come and the things you have in your life. 9, that your family have their own issues too, so learn to empathize with them instead of fighting. There's no point in taking personally what your family says to you. They're your family, and it'll always be your family. 10, that having a degree doesn't assure you a job. So just because you have a degree in whatever it is doesn't mean you're going to get a job just because you have a degree. Like, you still have to be proactive in improving your skills on the side anyway. People think having a degree gives you security and I'll automatically be in the job market. Especially with an art degree, it's very tricky. You still need to kind of improve your other skills, and there are tons of things you can get into, but that needs to come from you. 11, that having a financial education is essential. Books, podcasts, videos, YouTube videos, etc. I wrote that as a note because you know, at school they don't teach you accounting, they don't teach you balance sheets, they don't teach you how to do your taxes or anything like that. So it's really important to kind of educate yourself anyway. So I would recommend reading a lot of books. Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, The Intelligent Investor. I'm reading a book now called How to Manage Your Money Like a Fucking Grown Up, and it's by a woman by the name, I'll write her name here, link her name. And yeah, you're just important to keep watching videos about investing. It's so important to start investing, especially at this age. But if you have an idea, act on it immediately and follow through by creating a schedule around it to be consistent. So things don't have to be perfectly aligned, you just have to start. So if you have an inspired idea about something, you kind of just need to act on that idea as soon as you have it. Do something, even if it's like a tiny little thing. Just start right now with what you have, even if you don't have the you know, the education, or you don't have the knowledge or the know-how. Literally learn, like just start right now. So there's no time like the present, they say. I know it sounds cliche, but you need to just act on it and then eventually create a schedule around that where you keep consistent at it, because it's, you know, all very well to have an inspired idea, but it doesn't really mean anything if you don't keep consistent and act on it. But having a routine and a morning routine help you be more productive. So I think that's pretty self-explanatory. There's so many morning routines on YouTube. So it's important to have something that starts your day off on the right foot. I'm not perfect in that regard. You know, I have a lot of off days. But it's important to have at least, you know, a rough schedule. Even if you start doing one of the things you want to do in the morning, like journaling, or, you know, you do a morning workout or something, or visualizing what you want, or meditating, something, one of those things. Just do one of those things, have a healthy breakfast, and start your day that way. You're solely responsible for your life and your decisions. I think this is pretty logical. 16, that making things and documenting is simple. You just have to practice and be willing to put yourself on the line and feel vulnerable. So, you know, I've been wanting to start a YouTube channel for a very long time, but I finally just decided, you know, even if I look like an idiot, or if it's embarrassing, or if I look silly, I'm still gonna just do it, because I know I'll get better. You know, I might be awkward right now, but I know I'll get better in time, and that I kind of just decided to start it, and who cares what people think, kind of thing. Yeah. So 17, make sure you're dealing with stress, because it can heavily affect your health. So I've always been a stress bunny, but I think it's really important to know how to harness it and how to deal with it, and find ways to calm your mind through meditation and exercise. That's what helps me. And yeah, you don't realize how much stress can actually affect you and your body. And look after yourself, not only physically but mentally. So that's on the same point, is that it's so important to love yourself. I know it sounds really cheesy and you've heard so much about it, but just feeding yourself positive things, surrounding yourself with positive people, meditating, focusing on what you want, all of those things. Those are a few things I learned in 2018, and I just felt like I wanted to make this video. It's been trending also at the moment. Not that I wanted to stay on trend because I want to stay on trend, but I felt like it was quite poignant and relevant. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you had a great year. I'm sure, you know, it had a lot of ups and downs for all of you. But I hope that 2019 brings you all the things you want. Don't have too many resolutions, and resolutions are bullshit, I think. They're not bullshit, but you need to kind of establish a routine more than you need to establish goals. So kind of focus on the tiny habits you can do every day instead of the big picture or the goal, because that's going to feel intimidating. And just focus on the things you can do every day and build a structure and a routine around them. And yes, I really hope you enjoyed this video. My name is Katrina Sakoshek, and I'm brand new to YouTube. Well, I've been on YouTube for like 2 weeks or 3 weeks now. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, subscribe for more. I'll see you all in the next video.